All right, Matt, we are talking about best minor league baseball promotions.
Yes!
All right, so our team at Gravity, we're pretty big baseball fans.
Yeah.
And I kind of tricked Matt into wearing a minor league baseball hat for today. So he's got minor league baseball. I got the Astros on. We're in the Houston area, so that's who we typically cheer for. But we love baseball, and so what I've done is put together, I've got 10 minor league baseball promotions.
Yes.
Okay? And so what I want to do, Matt, I know what they are. I've kind of put this together.
Yeah.
You do not.
No, I have no idea.
So what you're going to do, we're going to keep score. You know, if you want to keep score at home, you can. So your options are, if it's just totally, you don't like it,
Strike?
They struck out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a strikeout. If you're like, you know what, that was solid.
Oh,
That was
cool,
okay.
cool,
They get a base
cool.
hit.
All right.
A base hit.
Yeah.
And then if you're like, knocked it out of the park,
Yes.
home run. So there you go. So
This is going to be fun.
here we go. Okay, so we've got 10 promotions that we're going to look at here, and
Awesome.
you get to kind of decide.
Let's do it.
So here we go.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Before we start,
Yeah.
what are we judging based on?
I don't really have any criteria. I think this is just...
Is this like community engagement?
Yeah, so to me, this promotion's got to work from like a marketing standpoint.
Uh-huh.
And so like, you know, the idea of like, did it bring people to the ball? Like whatever it's
Right.
intended to do, you know, like
Okay.
some of them maybe have a little bit different intent, but you know, whether it's attention, like getting some awareness out there, actually getting people to the ballpark.
Yeah.
Maybe something else. that
Getting
maybe,
people to stay past the third inning?
Could be, yeah. There's all
I guess it
kinds
doesn't
of.
matter if they bought
They
tickets.
do crazy things,
Yeah.
and so yeah. So here we go. We've got 10 we're gonna look at, and here we go. Here is the first one. So this
Okay.
is the San Antonio Missions, Randy versus Puffy the Taco, the rematch.
Okay.
Okay. So Puffy the Taco is the San Antonio Missions like mascot, and he does this thing where he races. You know, he races.
Yes.
So he did this for years and years, and he never won. He never
Oh.
won, except against this guy named Randy. It was the only guy he ever beat. And so a decade later, they reached out to Randy and they're like, "Do you want a rematch?"
Oh, man.
And they even went back and got the guy who was Puffy the Taco.
No way.
10 years before, so that they could have. So the idea was to get Randy some.
Oh, that's
redemption.
great.
So here we go. So this is
You have the video?
this is the rematch. We got Randy.
They always get a head start.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Photo op. Yep.
So I guess,
So they, of course, reached out ahead of time and did a bunch of marketing about the rematch.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess my question is, for the San Antonio Missions faithful, is this a story that they were all familiar with?
I don't know how familiar
Yeah,
they
yeah.
were. Now, I know they promoted it ahead of time, you know, to do that. I don't know how much everyone in the community was aware that the only time Puffy the Taco ever
Yeah.
won was against this guy, Randy.
Well, I'm gonna give it a base hit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a base hit.
That's fair.
Um,
That's fair.
I didn't like how they staged the ending. I wanted it to be like a.
I saw some other videos, and it looked like that's how it ended when
the first time.
No. When Puffy the Taco kind of falls down or gets put right before home plate, and there's lots of photos of people with their arms raised with one foot on him.
So it's kind of their shtick.
It's kind of the shtick, but
Okay.
Randy never got to experience that.
Poor Randy. I wonder what happened and like how did.
I don't know.
If the guy falls down.
I don't know. Yeah. Or the Taco was like, no, I'm gonna cross home plate first. Too many times. I've been beaten.
Okay,
I'm sick
base
of this.
hit, base hit.
Base hit. All right. Next we have, this isn't video. This is the Fresno Grizzlies. So taco truck throwdown. So
Okay.
they did this thing where they brought
Yeah.
in some taco trucks. Well, it went like gangbusters.
Okay.
So then they got to where they did it once, like they brought it back and they did it each season, and they had to move it because the turnout was so massive.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Man,
then
people in Fresno jonesing for some tacos, I guess.
then they got to where they started doing it weekly.
Okay.
Not only that,
Yeah.
it became Taco Tuesday. And the Fresno Grizzlies on Tuesdays are actually the Fresno Tacos.
Wow.
Like that's the team name, and it became like a massive thing.
It's
like
who
tacos.
they are now.
Yeah, it became a pretty big part of like their identity.
I mean, if it changes your entire identity, that's a home run.
Yeah,
that's a home run.
Yeah, and I mean, look at the crowd. Like if you're driving that many people to the ballpark, you have, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Like minor league baseball, they often can struggle with attendance. If you figured out tacos is the ticket, just go.
Minor league baseball teams change their names every 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But, clearly the community's into this. So
yes.
That's great.
Well done.
I like it.
Okay, here we go. Next, we have the Missoula Ospreys float to the ballpark. So they kind of had this thing set up where it was kind of limited. I think it was like 50 people could do it. You could buy tickets, and you essentially started like an hour and a half beforehand, and you did like this floating rafting kind of experience.
Oh, cool.
And it ended, there's a boat launch like 30 yards from the entrance to the park, like on the river. And so you ended, and you walked out, and you walked right up into the stands, and so you kind of floated your way. That's how you arrived at the ballpark.
That sounds like a beautiful day.
Yeah.
As a personal experience, home run.
Yes.
As a promotion, base hit.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that's actually gonna drive, revenue, drive.
Yeah. I think they sold out like what they had for this.
Right.
So clearly
but only so many people can participate.
It's true. It was kind of exclusive, which can be a good thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I thought it was an interesting one.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. Next we have the New Britain Rockcats, a failed marriage proposal.
Okay.
So we have a video to go with this.
Okay, great.
And then I'll kind of break some stuff down.
This is a big question. She looks excited. Jessica, everybody wants to know. Yes or no?
David, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry.
Well, it looked like a wedding proposal gone wrong at a New Britain Rockcats game, but it turns out the whole thing was a hoax.
That's genius.
So the team actually planned it, and they thought we're going to have this failed marriage proposal because it'll be like in the news. It'll be this thing. They staged the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then everyone found out that it wasn't a real failed marriage proposal.
Oh, was there like backlash?
Big time. So here's the thing. Tons of backlash. The general manager of the New Britain Rockcats, though, reached out to everyone who reached out to him. Like, he got back with everyone who was upset. And he converted 8 of those people who were upset into season ticket sales.
Wow.
That's quite a reversal.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess for the initial promotion, that's a strikeout.
Yeah,
Because it degraded their brand. But
Yeah.
then for the guy's sales ability, we'll give that a
home run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the staging something like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
It didn't work out, but
yeah, it's not atypical of like minor league.
No,
do
that's,
something like
that's
that.
par for the course. Yeah.
Okay, next we have the El Paso Chihuahuas Bark in the Park jerseys. So, I mean, you're already the Chihuahuas.
Yeah.
They
Go
came
for
up with these jerseys, and they have these Chihuahua faces, and even the sleeves look like ears to me. Like the whole thing is great.
Yeah.
But that's it. They played in those jerseys. I don't know how I feel about this one.
That's a base hit for me.
It's a base hit.
I mean,
if you're a player,
that's
a strike.
Well,
you may not be happy about that.
I've seen minor league ball players have to do worse.
Yeah.
But I think it's fun.
Yeah.
I think it's a fun thing, especially like kids. Kids are gonna love that.
Yeah.
Which they're always trying to get families to the ballpark.
Well, sometimes they do like to bring your dog to the ballpark. They could like tie that in. I don't know.
Oh, no doubt. Bark in the park is usually what they call that on the day you bring your dog.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just embracing what you're already doing there. So
I like it. I have a tradition. The reason that I have this hat, I get the hat of whatever team I go to if I don't have it, like in their stadium.
Yeah.
So this is Lancaster Jethawks in California. I've only been to one Jethawks game. I don't even think they exist anymore. but it's like I have to get the hat.
Yeah, and pro tip, when you travel to meet with clients or to go to marketing conferences, if you plan everything just right, you can attend some really cool games. You can go to Fenway, you can go see the Padres. There's some really cool marketing events that are, you can plan just right. All right, so next, we're kind of flying through these, but some of them are quick. So another Jersey-based one. So to celebrate, in 2015, it was the 30th anniversary of Back to the Future. So the Toledo MudHens had a doubleheader. Yeah. So for the first game, they wore something that was more throwback style. Yeah. So like the back in the past. And then for the second game, they wore the more futuristic style jerseys, and they branded the whole thing around Back to the Future.
Are these the jerseys right here?
I believe these are the jerseys. We have arrived at the same place, same dilemma.
I have a lot of thoughts around this. So first of all, I love Back to the Future.
Yeah.
So that's already that gets me excited when I hear the concept.
Yes.
Concept.
Yes.
Execution.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed seeing those jerseys there. It was not.
But also, 2015, I remember being in high school, and this was in the 1900s.
Ha ha! You're old.
I remember.
Well, not the
1900s. Yes, it was the 1990s. I was in high school, and I remember, I recently rewatched Back to the Future 2, and thinking about the year 2015. And it's like, because, they had like the big 3D shark that comes out in the flying cars and the laces and the jacket and the hoverboards and all the stuff. And I was like, man, 2015 is going to be so rad. And I was like, wait, how old will I be in 2015? And then, of course, 2015 gets here, and it didn't look that much different than, 1997.
Yeah.
We got faster internet. That's about it. So that's my thought there. But these jerseys, I would have been massively disappointed if I had shown up to the ballpark, because I would have either done a 50s or an 80s throwback jersey. Either one of those works.
And you can't, that was my thing. I was like, well, when they said Back to the Future, did they go 50s or did they go 80s? I can't even tell.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the 2015 version, that doesn't even, it looks...
Matt, they have lightning bolts or something.
Yeah. I mean,
that doesn't scream future.
Reference the movie somehow.
Yeah. They have the lightning bolts, which references to me though, that references the going to the past kind of thing. So anyway. All right. Yeah. All right. Sorry, we tried Toledo. Yeah. Next. All right. I like this one. The RailRiders. We got Scranton. Man versus marathon. So this was pretty cool. What they did was they had 12 teams with 5 members. And what they had to do was run a marathon. They had to beat the end of the game. So they started with the first pitch, and they ran around the outside of the stadium, which is only like 0.4 miles.
Good grief.
And so they were running around, I don't know how many laps that is, but I mean. Well,
that's tedious.
Yeah. 33 laps probably to make it happen or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh no, like 52, 53.
So a quick baseball game's like 3 hours.
Okay, so it was 3 hours and 7 minutes, and one team.
Yeah, I was gonna say they had to be hoofing it.
Yeah, and the good news is it's if you got 5 members, you can keep your pace up.
Oh, that's
it's
true.
Kind of a relay.
Yeah.
But really cool concept, I thought. Like, to kind of promote it and do something cool there. The challenge is the people who you get to sign up for the marathon are probably not all that aware of the game.
Right.
They're working hard.
Yeah.
But I thought it was pretty cool.
That's a base hit.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. It's not like.
Well, you kind of give something, you give the fans, the people who are watching the game, something else to kind of,
which they're always trying to do at minor league games.
Exactly right.
Like, what else can we get them into?
What else can we have them do? So yeah, I thought that was an interesting one.
Yeah.
Next, this was multiple teams. So we had that major eclipse several years back, and so what they did was baseball in the eclipse. So everyone kind of did something a little bit different, but basically it was the teams that really did it were what do you call that? It's like the total, like that total zone. Total eclipse zone. Yeah. It was that strip that ran through the
you
United
can only
States.
see it certain parts.
Yeah, you can only get the full effect in certain
parts.
So it was like teams in that band throughout the United States had different things where they it was the baseball game plus experience the eclipse kind of thing.
Okay.
So interesting promotion there to kind of embrace something else.
Yeah, it's base hit.
It's a base hit.
Yeah.
All right. This one is so interesting. and intriguing. So the Syracuse Chiefs, Matt, do you know what the device that you use to measure your foot at the, I mean, I've given it away here, but do you know what it's called? That device where you measure...
I see it, but no, I had no idea.
It's the Brannock device.
The Brannock device.
Named after Dr. Brannock.
I had no idea.
Who was from Syracuse.
Of course. I mean, I'm sure everyone from Syracuse is very familiar with that.
In the 1920s, he invented the Brannock device.
Okay.
And so the Syracuse Chiefs embraced this, and they wanted to celebrate Dr. Brannock's contribution and the fact that he was from Syracuse. So for that night, they became the Syracuse Devices.
That may be the most minor league thing I've ever seen.
Okay, and their jerseys, they have all the little markings, you know, that are on that little device that you've seen are on the jerseys. Even the guy on the hat became the Brannock device, and this is what they did that night.
Okay, so I would love to see the sales numbers from the gift shop.
Yeah.
Because I would definitely have bought one of the hats, and I'm guessing I'm not alone.
No, and that's one of the reasons I pulled this one out. Was like, I think Matt, knowing what he does, that night he's like, well, I already have a Syracuse Chiefs hat, but I do not have a Syracuse Devices hat.
The Brannock Devices. Yeah. Hey, what team is that? It's the Brannock Devices. Oh man, that's tough.
Yep.
I think that's a triple. Can I give it a triple?
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, okay. That's a triple.
Do you want is it a single with like 2 overthrow errors? Or is it an actual triple?
Yeah,
okay.
No, it's an actual triple.
Into the alley, we got a triple.
Yeah.
Okay.
With a couple RBIs in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well done. Well done, Syracuse. Okay, I believe we're on to the last one now, and I have saved my favorite for the last. Yes. The Charleston RiverDogs had Helen McGuckin night. So here's what happens. Here's the backstory here. Helen McGuckin left a review on Google. And the thing is, though, all she did was drive by the park. And the review, it's 2 stars, and it says, just drove by.
Oh, man.
And so they said, you know what? we really want to do something with this. And they said, you know, the review, it wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was like very indifferent. Just drove by. And so they had Helen McGuckin night. They really wanted to get in touch with her. She didn't want to participate. But
Come on, Helen.
But they got a lookalike to stand in.
That's a Helen lookalike? And they give her the hello, my name is name tag?
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, I'm not that surprised, because who drives by a building and says, 2 stars? But they're honest enough to say, well, I really just drove by. I mean, like, what kind of person is Helen McGuckin? I would love to know.
And she's a local guide.
So she does this a lot.
She's left a lot of Google reviews. You can really trust her.
I'm not that surprised she didn't show up.
But here's the cool part. They got a slew of 5-star Google reviews that night.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
This is a no doubt about it. This is no doubt about it. This is Aaron Judge, Yordan Alvarez type home run.
Yeah.
Upper deck.
Awesome.
Good job, Charleston RiverDogs.
Yeah, it was my favorite
Fantastic.
too. Not only did you embrace this and just call it out, but then you leveraged it to get some 5-star reviews.
Fantastic.
All right, Matt, that's it. That is the minor league baseball promotions.
That was so good. Thank you for putting that together.
Yeah, awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed it. There are so many, like I had more tabs open than I could keep up with. So if you, like somewhere where you live, if you know of some great promotions, leave a comment, send them our way, because we would love to jump in and read about what these minor league teams have done to like promote and get people out to the ballpark.
Absolutely. And because we're marketers, we have to ask you to do something. So sign up for our free course on using funny video ads to increase your sales. You'll get to see me in a gorilla suit and Casey in a dress. So sign up for that right now.
That's a sad truth. Yeah.
It's free.